Yo, guys, what's going on? It's Fresh and Smooth here from Fresh and Smooth Boxing TV, man. We just
Yeah,
covered the live Bivol versus Ramirez light heavyweight showdown, man. It was a
great fight.
great one, and let's just get right into it, man. Dmitry Bivol, man, now
The
21 and
problem.
0, 11 KOs.
He's a
Just
problem.
just defeated Zurdo Ramirez, 44 and 1 now, 30 KOs. That's just it, man. It was a
One of the top
master class.
dogs.
Flawless performance by Bivol
Flawless.
in the early rounds. They were figuring each other out with the chess match, man. Honestly, I had it 3-3 going into the seventh. And then Bivol just took over, man. I mean, he was just good with his in and out game,
Yeah,
man. Just boxing, man. Defense tight, man. Like, just wasn't nothing you
yeah.
could do with that boy, man. He was swimming and not getting wet.
Yeah, it seemed like his height and his jab was giving Bebo a little bit of trouble in the early rounds, just trying to time him and figure him out. But once the fight got to going, I don't think Ramirez had enough pop behind any of his punches really to keep people off him. People figured him out. His legs are just he got great footwork,
And it's
great
crazy.
stamina, and he was just in and out. I mean, he would get inside Zurdo's right hand. He was really boxing beautifully out there, guys. He was controlling the fight at all. At no point in that second round of that fight did you think that he wasn't in control. So man, it was very impressive win by Bebo. I feel like, uh, and I would let you know what makes him special at the light heavyweight division is those skills that a lot of light heavyweights in that division don't have, which
Yeah.
is that superior footwork, that superior boxing ability, and that's what makes him special, because he's actually kind of like a smaller light heavyweight,
Yeah.
with those skills. So he's gonna be
I,
trouble. He's gonna be
I
trouble for
just I just
anybody. If you
love
want
his
to talk
tight
about
defense, man. Like he's in and out.
defense.
It's hard to deal with him. So, and I was surprised Ramirez with that long reach couldn't just keep him at the end of the jab. You know what I mean? Moving, putting combinations together. He just didn't have anything for him. I mean, once he got figured out, I mean, he was just straight up and down, no special effects. I don't know what
Man,
happened. It was a
just
great fight
he,
going in the seventh,
yep, yep.
and then Bebo just started.
He
He
could
started
not
going
stay
in
on
and
his
out,
punches
like
hard
catching him,
enough.
bah, 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 in and out, moving, defense. You know what I mean? Like, and Zurdo just either he was looking gassed or he just didn't have nothing for him. I mean, like I said, that's why they have brackets, man, and to show Bebo's in the higher bracket, he's impressing me more and more each fight, and I'm
Yeah,
just seeing
I,
a lot of good things, man, to come for him. Like unification, Canelo rematch. Canelo don't want them problems, but anyways, Canelo
yeah. Before we
rematch.
get into that, before we're gonna get into that, before we get into that, man, yeah, just follow up what you said, the in and outs, but more importantly, what we saw was that his boxing ability was on another level,
Yeah,
and it frustrated Ramirez to the fact that Ramirez couldn't land nothing heavy on him. All we saw was Bebo landing heavy shots on him all fight long. And but yeah, you want to get into what's next? I mean, we got Artur Beterbiev out there now. He's the three belt holder at the light heavyweight
and
division.
Bebo just said he wants to unify, so we got that coming up. That could
Um,
be a potential match. We got the Canelo rematch, but like I say, this is just my personal opinion, guys.
so
Don't shoot the messenger. I don't think Canelo
so
wants them problems, man.
so supposedly Bebo he's more interested in legacy than the money. We know Canelo is where the money's at. Uh, but he's like he wants legacy, so he wants to unify at light heavyweight.
How about he
He's
unifies first? How about he unifies first and then give Canelo a
then
rematch
get
for
Canelo
all
some
the
work.
belts?
Well, we got to figure out Canelo's next fight, and
Did you see he's
Can,
recovering from that hand surgery?
yeah, and we know who knows where he's gonna go. And I told you before. Canelo. How old is Canelo now? 34. He said he's at his prime of his career. He got a good. If he's smart enough, he'll fight some. He'll land a crazy 8-figure, 9-figure contract, some crazy contract
Two
where
two
he can
fight
have
deal.
4 fights, or two more 2-fight deals, and he's done with it. I'm thinking Canelo fight 4 more times. I mean, how much money does he really need? You know what I mean? I think right now at this point he's just fighting for the love of the sport.
Absolutely. No,
Um,
he still has a legacy to prove with
he's
Benavidez, Plant rematch, this rematch, fights that he lost. He has to double back and he has to spin the block.
I mean, but what? I mean, he unified 168. He already got a belt at light heavy,
Bro,
right? Um,
listen to me.
I
There
mean, he
are
got a
some
win up
killers
there.
out there that need they shot at them skills. That's
Yeah,
it.
but what does he have to prove? Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
How good he really
what?
is. How good are you really? Because at the end of Floyd's career, he was still putting these young guys out. So what we talking about, man? Let's get to it.
You know, if it's just a competition that he wants, then yeah. But in the later half of his career, what we've seen is that Canelo just wants legacy. He wants belts of different weight divisions. Doesn't care about who he fights as long as the fight means something. As far as legendary status goes. So when he got signed to the Zone, he went and he fought that guy Rocky Fielding just because he was gonna get a belt immediately at 168, right? So every step of the way, he's just basically trying to have a fight that makes sense for him. Is longevity. He's not necessarily trying to fight the best fight out there. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, if
so
Bivol branches off,
young guys like you're saying, like what else?
No. Hear me out though. Hear me out. If Bivol branches off and unifies undisputed, then that's a major fight. You can be undisputed heavyweight champion.
Okay.
Or if Benavidez beats Plant, or vice versa. That is for your belt, your treasure chest, right there.
But that's not. But that's not a fight for him to come out for, though. I mean, it is a big fight. It's a big fight, but it doesn't get him anything. He's already been unified.
Yeah,
so
but when Floyd
the fight, like you just mentioned, the fight that's out there is the Bivol fight. Bivol beats Brother Beef. He comes back out and he unifies the light heavyweight division.
But hear my perspective on things. When Canelo was coming up, who gave him a shot? Floyd. So he's the top dog now. Benavidez and Plant are coming up. You got to run that back out of that, or it's Bivol. That's what I see here.
Well, if he wants to make the big money, that's where the fight is at. At the end of the day, the kind of money that Canelo demands per fight, it's only going to be made if he's fighting the biggest fights, which is like you said, the Bivols, and obviously the Plant and what you call rematch. I mean, a fight is coming in March.
Yes.
I don't know, for some reason I'm blocking.
I do believe that fight right there, the winner of that will be number 2, and I think that's a huge fight. What do you mean? Everybody wants to.
Benavidez. So Benavidez, Plant, and
at 168.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fight. Those are the only fights
to be made. Those are the only fights that could be made for him. Obviously, people keep throwing around Jamal Charlo like anybody gives a dag about Jamal Charlo. Yeah, we want to see him fight Jamal Charlo, but nobody in this world knows
they haven't
Jamal
done
Charlo
anything.
is.
They haven't done anything to get that fight.
Jamal Charlo they don't know him in his own house, bro. Like who the hell wants, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like it don't make no kind of money sense for him to fight Jamal Charlo.
I agree.
So that's not about to happen. And Jamal Charlo's a middleweight champion at that, WBC champion. People just keep saying it because that when Canelo was fighting at middleweight, he would have gave Canelo a lot of difficulty because of his agility, his strength. He's a young guy.
Well, let's not get off track. Look, man, congratulations to Bivol, man. Like, Bivol looked spectacular tonight, man.
Spectacular.
And, that was a flawless performance. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be a much closer fight, but Bivol showed that he is right now at the pinnacle of the light heavyweight division, and it's only one guy that he has to go for now to see who's number 1. So, congratulations to Bivol, man. That's my take on it. You got anything else?
Nah, man. Just the boxing right now. It went from kind of looking kind of bleak as far as fights being made, and now it's looking on the up a little bit. We got some big fights coming down the line. We got the Tank Garcia looks like it wants to be made. Obviously, we got some fights coming now in December. It looks like Errol wants to fight in December. Crawford's fighting in December. So the end of the year is looking really strong, and in the beginning of the year now, it's starting to look pretty strong for boxing. So I'm just excited for all these fights to be being made, and we'll be covering all of that. Guys, make sure you support the channel. Hit that subscribe, hit that like.
Fresh and Smooth Boxing TV.
No 5.
We out.